I have no idea whether this is going to work or not. I'm actually in the middle of Margate, on my way to a friend of mine. And I thought I'd bring you guys along for the stroll. Otherwise, I might not be able to get on today. Let's have a quick look who we got here. Looks like I've got Alan Pape, good to see you. Who else we got? John. Only a few at the moment. I think it's because I'm a little bit early. Hello, Spider Log. Here's a few there. Anna Perkins, hello to you. Alan Edge as well. A few of you popping into the chat. That's cool. Yeah, I'm just on my way to my friends down in Margate. Thought I'd bring you along. Let's get over the road. You can see alarms going off. There's an interesting place behind me. My wife used to work there. Used to be a printing press. Now it's an art gallery and an apartment owned by a famous artist. Things have certainly changed around here. Certainly a lot of changes. And where we're approaching now is Cecil Square, which is like the middle of Margate. I've just come up there now. How is everybody doing, by the way? I hope your evenings are going okay. Not so many in the chat so far. I am a little bit early, I know that. So that might be some of it. When we get towards the seafront, I'll switch the camera around so you can see a little bit of what I'm seeing. You've got the council offices there. Good old Thanet Council in all their infinite wisdom. Hello Cabster, that's Michael Castrian. Hello to you. Just going for a little stroll this evening. Try not to get knocked over by any passing motorists. There we go, we're over. Who else have we got? Tina, hi Andy in chat. Sorry I don't comment as much. You're doing amazing. Just remember the world is a stage. The point in history. We're all part of the change for the better. Exactly. Wise words. Hello Kim Alliston, good to see you. Tanner family members as well. Yeah, I agree Alan Pate, short notice, definitely. This is Cecil Square with the resident boy racer. I used to be a big Marks and Spencer's in the corner years ago, but that's since changed. Hello Samuel, good to see you. No, we're just walking through the square now. What's this? Andy, are you... Andy sent you some interesting posts on Facebook. I'll check those out, Alan. Again, I'm a little bit behind on things. Gotta check them out. This is interesting. Let's go around here. This behind me is the old town centre in Margate. There used to be some other shops and bits and pieces around here, but it's all turning out into little micro shops and niche businesses. Hello Lorna, good to see you. Kim Alston too. I tell you, the sight of somebody walking around town talking into their mobile phone is a bit of a strange one, and people tend to give you some odd looks, which I've got a few times this evening already. Maybe I'm famous, who knows. But we're just coming down to the seafront now. We'll have a wander down there. Listen, folks, it's a bit of a ad hoc one tonight. If you haven't done so already, please give the thumbs up a hit. Let's get some of those likes on board, even though I'm walking down the street. So just going down the hill now towards the sea. We'll give you a bit of a view down there. And are people still wearing muzzles? Very, very occasionally now, not so many. Trevor, hello to you. Trevor from Norwich. It's Benbon Brothers, yeah, that's right, sound, or Dreamland, as it's been called for quite a number of years. What I'm going to do is swap the camera around now so you can see what I'm seeing, all the good view. So this is Marine Gardens. And you've got the old Margate clock tower there. I hope the signal's coming in loud and clear, because I tried to stream from another point the other day, being the airport, and it was a goddamn disaster. But it's a beautiful evening, a few clouds in the sky, but nothing too bad, and we're coming down towards the seafront area right now. And this is Margate for you, folks. And here you're going for some fish and chips. I might need some of them afterwards. I've had bangers and mash thanks to my wife. Hello Julie Baldwin, good to see you. Let's get across here onto the seafront. You can see Margate Harbour there in the distance. There used to be more boats there years ago. Right, let's get over here very quickly. I'll show you something a little bit interesting in a minute. There's a film actually being put together down here called Empire of Lights, and they're using the old Dreamland cinema as a stage, and they've converted the old arcade next to it as a film set, and they've got a couple of cinema screens actually there, and we're approaching that area now. I'm surprised I can still talk with all the walking. I must be getting fitter. Let's have a look who else. We'll take a little bit of a rest, see who else we got in the chat, and enjoy the view. Yeah, here I am again, right across the sands. Is Margate a ghost town now? Well, it is the beginning of the week, and not a lot goes on at the moment here. Yeah, Benbon Brothers is still there, sound, has been for quite a while. Handy Andy, good to see you. I'm just trying to catch up with some hellos here before we get walking again. What else have we got? Declan Toomey, good to see you. See you in the chat. Kim Alliston, John Harris, Easy Tiger, there you are. High Factual Breakdown, good to see you. Ooh, field trip, nice, exactly, blood nose, thought it'd make a change. Andy, you need a shave, you're starting to look like Desperate Dan from the Beano, laugh Miles. Yeah, thank you, Julie. I've had that comment a couple of times today. I was working on the cow pie, that's the next thing. Is it hard to record when walking, Andy? It's hard to keep your breath more than anything else. Let's get that back up there. Lovely there, Andy, truly lovely. Hi, Mum, good to see you in here. Hi to my daughter Becky in Lancaster. Hello, Becky in Lancaster. Hope you're all right. Colin Beck. Can't see any dinky toe. Well, apparently they've all been stopped. But let's continue to walk. Yeah, we're coming onto the main seafront area now. You can see the clock tower behind me there. And let's give you a bit of a view around. Got the beach. All that behind me always looks gorgeous. Hello, lovely lady. Hello, Matt Walton, good to see you. Yes, Alan Edge, this is exactly it, the area where Only Fools and Horses were many years ago. That building behind me with the blue and the yellow top is an arcade now. It used to be a pub called the Kent Hotel many years ago. And I remember going in there as a kid just for a drink of something soft, which was all right. I just love my... Declan, look amazing, Andy. Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. But, yeah, we're coming up here now. Be going down to Margate. Don't forget your buckets and spades, Tyrone Whitehead says. Exactly. Yes, that's what it's famous for. These swings here, these kids' swings, they've been here for years. Absolute years. I even went on them when I was a nipper. It's just a landmark that's been there for a long time. Lovely being near the ocean, certainly is. Where are we? Interesting, Andy. Look out for the film 2000 Mules. Same thing happened in France. And the French caught the whole bit, switched over. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're coming up to the business now. If you have a look behind me, I angle it round right. See that big soundstage behind me that looks like a cinema? That's where they're doing the Empire of Lights film. That's the other soundstage they built. And the interesting thing, they date the film by the film titles they put on the front. I mean, at the moment, they've got Private Benjamin and Raging Bull, so you can see that there, even though it's a bit backwards thanks to my dodgy live streaming. We're just coming down the seafront a bit more now. I don't even know what the time is. I can't look at my watch at the moment. Hi Andy, have you a torch? Getting dark, isn't it? It's not too bad, Zena. Still a little bit of light in it, only a little bit. But we're coming up to the big piece of set now, and I'll show you that. 4 new drawings in your inbox. Thank you, Jodie Pitt. That's wonderful. Appreciate that. What else have we got here? Good on you, Factual Breakdown. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. That's great. But, yeah, here we are. I mean, where I am on the seafront now, just a little bit further up the coast, you can see a bit more of a panoramic view of everything there. I've come a long way down. You can see it all there. And to those of you that wondered about Benbourne Brothers, there it is down the bottom there. That's the entrance into Benbourne Brothers down the bottom, and that's the Isle on the Sea Road, they call that. And this is what they've done with the old Dreamland set. That door there and going up, that's the old entrance to the old cinema, and they've converted that for the use of the film. And that looks like a cinema box office there is used to be an arcade, but they've converted that to a cinema looking thing. And again, they got Raiders of the Lost Ark and Ordinary People on there. And along here next to it, these are a load of old shops and everything. Where it says Paradise there, that used to be a pub years ago, and they've converted all this to like a 1980s looking kind of derelict shopping area. It certainly didn't look like that in the 1980s, I can guarantee you. But that's the other side, Ordinary People. And that green thing above there used to be a children's play area called Coco's years ago. But again, it's part of the cinema set. But you could certainly convert this place into something very 1980s looking, very easily indeed. And they've done it there with the corrugated iron bits and bobs. It's pretty cool. I don't know what the film will be like when it comes out. It's apparently some kind of love story set around a 80s style cinema, so we'll have to see. Let's have another quick stop again and see who else we got in the chat. Somebody mentioned World War III. I'm guessing they're saying how the world will be different if Trump was still in. Do they have Punch and Judy on the beach? I don't think they do anymore, John. They haven't done for quite a considerable amount of time. Or Candy Floss. I've not had that in ages, Alan Edge. Blood Nose, sandwich, got it. Been there a long time ago. Thank you, Gene Whitehead. That's not too far away from where I'm standing right now. Probably 20 minutes by car. 8:13, Alan Edge is telling me the time. That's okay, that's cool. I'll be at my friends a little bit earlier. Declan Toomey, 8:15. Christine Ayres, good to see you. Evening to you, and hope you're okay. Pay no mind to that contempt nonsense. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. But, World War II never finished. There's some theories about that going around, isn't there? Yes, France did vote Macron, and I'm afraid that was a bit of a shitfest, that one, and a bit of a predictable one, just the way the system works. Hello, Big O, good to see you. Thank you for the message. Andy's mom should be proud. Oh, she is. She makes a point of saying so, definitely. But I'm nearly at my friend's now, actually. Let's have a wander down this end, do something a little bit different. We'll approach his house from a different angle as opposed to what we usually do. That big grey tower block behind me is called Arlington House, and when that was first built, I think the late 50s, early 60s, it was supposed to be upper class apartments, and now with 60 years of traffic pollution, it just looks like a big grey block, and there are people living in there, and I've been in there a couple of times. The flats are quite large, actually, give you a lot of space. So there we go. Now we're just along the coast again now. That's one of the oldest shelters around here, which could do with a little bit of work. I'll show you what I'm seeing again. This is my view now. You can signs up there. You've got Viking Coastal Triumvirate Culver, 15 miles in one direction. I'm not walking that far tonight. And Ramsgate, 15 miles in the other direction. And oh dear, I better behave myself. But there we go. Let's walk down a bit further, see what everybody else has got to say. Hi, John Kent. Yes, I thought it would look familiar. Yes, being a local man. Just up there, there's a monument to the lifeboatmen. There was a bit of a disaster off the coast of here many years ago. That's to them. Just had to dodge out of the way then. But this is one of the businesses that's popped up, the Bus Cafe, that's been there for a while now. And I've never actually been down this part. I've only ever seen it from the top, but they've literally made a cafe out of a bus. The sun deck. I think a lot of the younger kids hang out down here. I know one in particular that has. So there's a little bit going along. There we go. But that big hotel looking place just up there, and zoom in a little bit, that's the Nylon Rock Hotel. Back in the day it was quite a famous, quite a good hotel, one of the bigger ones, and unfortunately over the course of time, with dilapidation and funding cuts and everything else that goes on, it's not done too great, and it's been home to dinghy divers and all sorts of things, and you know how they are. I mean, look at that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and the rolling clouds. I could walk this every day. But let's have a look, see who else we got in the chat at the moment. Let's roll the camera back on little old me. Andy, why don't you get an electric scooter? Alan Edge, I could tell you what I think of them, I really could. Be joyful. Fear the globalists know how to rig votes in their favour. I believe that. I truly do. Your camera isn't very clear, Kay says. It may be because the light's fading, Kay. I can't really do a lot about that now. Bev Jones, you are 100% correct. She must have said something very enlightening. Needs to go, all right, directly into a nursing home. That behind me is the back end of the Nylon Rock Hotel that I told you about, and it's a marvellous, beautiful building, and it really is, and it's been spoilt over the years. Thought he was joking at first. Is that a seawater pool on the beach? Yes, it was, John Harrington. There's a couple like that around the coast, and people do use them in the summer, swim in them, and they put their rafts and things in them and have a paddle about as well. It's cool. Will you be getting a cab back? James says, yeah, I will. Unfortunately, I dropped my own off at the garage. That's where all this started. So, yeah, I don't know how that will work out later, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I wish we were staying here, dinghy free, of course. Yeah, exactly. Who's this? Mark Hanson, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. And we're just coming down to another business very shortly. Hello, Bridget, good to see you. See you in the chat there. Let's put you back where I was. Our factual breakdown. You sent me a link of a house that you may have been interested in if you ever wanted to move here. And I can tell you now that this would have been your view out of your window, because I'm actually coming up onto the area where those houses are, and I'm approaching my friend's street very, very quickly. So that's all good. In the coast there, in the distance, you've got a town called Westgate, which is pretty good. I grew up around there. I grew up around most of here, actually. But yeah, it's a really nice walk this evening. Thank you everybody for joining me on it. If I can ask, if you haven't done so already, can you please hit that like button on there? Let's try and get those likes up to somewhere near the amount of people actually in the chat at the moment. But this business here is like what we call pitch and putt. It's a miniature golf course, and it's actually run by a friend of mine as well, or a friend of my sister's actually, more than anything else. Now, factual breakdown. I'm going to show you something. You remember ages and ages ago, factual, you sent me a note about some properties and you might have been interested in one. Well, I'm coming up on them now. They're called beach houses. And they're literally named for that reason. They're right on the coast. And that's them right there. Literally as on the coast as you can imagine. When you look at all this view you would get right across the ocean there. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's walk round there. And then you can see what kind of view you would have had. And they've all got balconies and everything as well. Again, beautiful. Yeah, that's them behind me with the balconies and everything else. So that's what you would have got. Absolutely wonderful. Come on, folks, we're at 98 likes. Let's see if we can get the ton up before I go. We just need 2 more. I'm literally in the vicinity of my friend's house now. I'm not going to record while I go up his street because I obviously don't want to reveal to the whole wide world where he actually lives. So there you go. Yeah, we got 105 likes. That's wonderful. Listen, folks, I hope you enjoyed a little stroll this evening. Just something a little bit different for you all. I wanted to bring you along for the walk down to my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for coming along and looking at the content today. I tried something a bit different with that as well. You know, more of a this is what I think, what do you think, let's have a debate kind of thing. And I hope it went down well. I'll be back tomorrow with more content and another live stream then. I'm now going to go and have a beer with my friend, which is long overdue. Everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and toodaloo.